Hey y'all, it's your new pet sitter bestie Cher, and today I am here with my bestie, Micah the baby.
Hi.
Now, if you've been following along, today is November. No, today is not November. If you have been if you have been following along, today is day 8 of Dogtober. I wanted Micah here today so that I could tell you about a time when we had to rush a dog that was in her care to the emergency vet. You ready for this?
I'm ready. I've been ready to tell this story.
Okay, so since I love Rover absolutely so much, I convinced Micah to get on Rover. And yeah, I convinced her to get on Rover and she signed up. Her profile was approved. She went through all of the process with the background check. And so yeah, Micah, go ahead and let's kick this off.
It was a very interesting experience, but yes, thanks to my girl here, I got on Rover just to make some extra cash. I am a dog lover. I have a dog of my own. His name is Maven. He's absolutely perfect. And she was even a part of that process and me getting Maven almost like 3 years ago. So when it came time for me to sign up for Rover, she helped me with that. And Sandy was like probably my third or fourth. It was really early on, right? Wasn't it? I can't
I think she was maybe your third dog. If
Yeah, because
that
I had great experiences with like I can't even remember the breeds that I had, but the first two dogs I had, it was great. I was like, okay, we're on to something. Let's go.
Mabel.
Mabel.
Yeah, Mabel.
Oh, Mabel. Such a sweet girl.
Yeah.
I love me some her. A little frantic, but very sweet. But yeah, so Sandy was my third dog, and it was a last minute request, which I already was a little skeptical of. I don't like those because I like to know in advance what I'm doing, but I took it anyway because I happened to be available. And yeah, I knew something was up from the moment Sandy got dropped off. She got dropped off by a cutie. Remember
Yes, I do
that.
remember that.
And she got dropped off by a cutie, but it was a hot day. This was also during the summer as well. And I had never watched a pug. Was she a pug, right?
Girl,
No, French Bulldog. I'm
French
sorry,
Bulldog.
French Bulldog. I had never watched a French Bulldog before. I've never even been that close proximity of a French Bulldog for longer than a couple minutes. And so from the moment she got in the house, her breathing was so labored. Like she was just walking around the house, and I was just like, for a minute, I was like, okay, let me not panic.
Okay, wait a minute. She's not being as dramatic as she was, y'all. She called me
No,
on
I
the
didn't call
phone.
you yet.
Oh,
I didn't call you yet.
oh,
Remember, I waited a while because I thought I could handle it.
okay.
Once it started getting to where she was just doing she was laying, I'm not gonna say balls to the wall, but legs spread, mouth was drooling, like she was just being so weird. And it got to a point where I was like, I can't, this is too much for me. And that's when I called you because she is the dog whisperer in the family. And so I called her and I was like, I don't know what's going on. And I think, what was your first piece of advice? Like, reach out to Rover or something and tell
Y'all,
him to send the dog back?
she's skipping the dramatics. You guys, she got on the phone with me talking about this dog sounds like an alien.
Yes. Oh,
It's breathing like
yes. Absolutely correct. 150% scared me and my dog. Maven was walking around like, Mom, who's the weirdo in the corner? I'm like, baby, look, Mommy's sorry. I don't know what's going on. Ooh, yeah, she definitely was breathing like an alien. And yeah, you helped me.
So she called me and was like, Shara, I don't know what to do about this dog because she's breathing crazy. So I'm like, okay, the usual checks.
Get down.
Is she hot? Like, does she need water? Like, what is she doing? So I was asking her all these questions, and Micah was like, I can't do it. She needs to be rehomed. I'm like, okay, well, you need to call Rover. So this was what, early in the day?
Yeah, by the time I called you, it was actually close to like 4 or 5.
Okay, so I had something to do that night. I was like at church or something. So as soon as I got out of church, Micah had texted me. I called her back. She was like, Cher, I can't do this. I said, well, Micah, do you want me to come over and get the dog? She said, yes.
And normally I wouldn't, because I know you had dogs, and we live kind of far from each other. So I was like, normally, but this was a code red.
Yeah, so we were gonna call Rover and rework the city. We were gonna call Rover and rework the booking to where I would be able to take over the dog. So when I got there, I'm like, okay, where's Sandy? So I walked to where she was, and I immediately knew something was wrong. Like her breathing was so labored. She was very hot, and clammy, and she just didn't seem like herself. Didn't
And
want to.
it got worse with time. Like when she got to the house, it was just like, okay, a dog that's been in the heat for a little bit and needs to calm down, but it's cool in the house. We have cool tile floors. And so she was fine. But like as time went on and by time she got there, it was a wrap. She drooling, oh my God, the crust on her nose.
It was bad. Like her nose was peeling. And that's a sign that when a dog is sick, if their nose is dry, like something is really wrong. So
Yeah.
I went down to pet Sandy and just like get a feel for her, and I tried to stand her up and she fell over. I said, "Oh no, something's wrong. You got to call Rover right now. Like she needs to go to the vet." So, but I think what you did is you called Rover and said you need to rehome the dog
Yeah.
first. And then they were like, "Well, what's wrong?" And so she told them like, I think she's sick. And they said, well, you pretty much need to do everything you can first to get her to the vet, and then we'll figure it out later.
Yeah. And because it was so late, I think the rehoming couldn't have even taken place that night. Like it
Yeah.
would have had to been in the morning. And
Mhm.
it wasn't no, oh, this will be fine overnight type of thing. It was really traumatic.
Mhm.
But yeah, so then we end up basically calling the vet. Mind you, I am communicating with her owner at this time
Mhm.
and being very, forthcoming and not waiting until it's like super bad. But I'm letting him know, like, hey, I'm sending him pictures, sending him videos. Like, is this normal? Like, is this what she does? And he was responsive, but not as responsive as I would have been if somebody was texting me about my baby. So I don't know if he was just busy on the road. I don't really know what he was doing, but he was like, okay, yeah, go ahead and take her to the vet if that's what you think needs to be done. So we hop in the car. Mind you, I had to drive.
Oh, you weren't driving yet.
I
So
didn't drive. I
no,
carried her that first time.
no, I carried her. Cause remember, okay, so
I
we put
drove your
no,
car.
you drove when we left the first bed.
Oh yeah, because I couldn't carry her.
Well, yeah, because they said, okay, we'll get to that. So, as we're getting ready to leave her house, I put the leash on Sandy to get up so that we can walk out of the house. This girl could not walk. She falls over. So, I have to pick up this baby and carry her to the car, put her in the car. So, we get to the first bed. They said that,
No, I remember what they said.
oh,
They were like immediately.
no. Before that, how long of a wait it was going to be?
Oh,
Like 4 hours?
yeah, some crazy ass time.
Yeah, so they told us it was going to be like 4 hours, but they said, well, what's wrong with the dog? So I described what was going on and with her breathing and everything. So they were like, okay, well, let's take her, just see, what's going on. So they come back quick. We had only been able to sit down for maybe 1 minute
Didn't
before
even crack my water open good.
okay. So they came out and said, oh no, she needs to go to the emergency vet immediately. Caleb.
Don't scratch your face.
She needs to go to the emergency vet immediately, and you cannot put her down. Like, you have to hold her. You immediately have to take her to the vet, and you cannot set her down. You have to hold her because it was something with her spine.
Yeah, something with her spine and like her brain, like something neurology wise, neurologically.
Yes,
Is
neurologically.
that girl? You say it because the way you laugh.
Neurologically, I'm not laughing.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I don't know.
Don't quote us on that.
Something with the brain and
Neurology.
Spine. Neurology.
It's related to a neurologist. She needed neurologist care.
And immediately, because they were saying that for the things that she was experiencing, like it was progressing so fast that she needed like immediate, urgent care, access or whatever. So we literally had to go to a whole nother vet, which was probably like 7 minutes away from that one.
Not far. So at this time now, Micah is driving because I'm holding the dog. So we get to that vet, and they were like, well, it's an 8-hour vet, but we can get you into Blue, whatever. I don't remember that.
Oh, another one.
We can get you into another vet in Louisville, and they can take you immediately. So by this point, it's probably what, like 11 at night?
Yeah, definitely getting close to midnight. Yeah,
okay, so we drive there. Now, this is the part that like was a movie. You know how people drive and they like and then
into the ER and push the gun shot victim out the car. Oh my God, that's literally what we had to do.
So as she's whipping the car into the front of the emergency room, Sandy throws up all over me, all over the car. And I'm laughing at first because Micah flings the door open and takes off running into the ER and was like, somebody help, please.
We need towels.
And I go from laughing to hysterically crying because I haven't shared this story yet, but my dog Spike, that I had before Caleb, was 15 and died in my arms on the way to the vet to put him to sleep.
Mm-mm.
So I instantly went from laughing to crying because I'm like, this is about to be another dog die in my arms. So people come running out with her with paper towels and they end up taking her back. They took Sandy back.
Mm, mm, mm. I mean, they took her back, but first the check-in was a lot because we had to verify like what work they could do on the dog with the owner because I'm not the owner. Like, and we don't know, we want immediate surgery. You trying to pay for whatever because as we all know, those vet bills, if you've had a pet before, they get high quickly and not even on some like we know what's wrong. It's on some testing and just trying to figure it out. So that check-in process was kind of stressful for me because I had to like relay what was going on to the owner. He's driving. And for a minute he was unresponsive while we were at that third vet. And so they were looking at me, well, like, well, what do you want to do? And I'm like, well, I want to talk to their parent. I don't know. So that was a whole process. But Rover was really helpful during the whole thing because they were really responsive. They were just encouraging him, like, do this, do that, do this. So that was helpful. And yeah, we got her checked in. They took her back, and we ended up in a waiting room with makeshift blankets because all health facilities are freezing cold. At this point, it's basically like 12:30, almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
And I was covered in throw up. So I had to ask one of the vet techs for some scrubs. So I had to change into some scrubs.
Oh, it's not funny. It's not funny, but she's walking around with these, what were they, like purple or pinks?
Scrubs. I just recently threw those away too. But yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And yeah, we had to post up in the waiting room and they came back a couple of times with some updates on just like her.
Had her on in the oxygen chamber, and they were saying
Yeah.
that it was good that we brought her in right now because it's really bad and she needs to stay overnight to
Mm,
see the neurologist because of the severity of what was going on. And so I said, well, basically, what's going to happen in the event that the owner is unwilling to pay for the dog's care? Because once they get to talking like that, you're already looking at $2,000
and
minimum
yeah,
and
and
up
yeah,
for that
sure.
stuff to see a specialist. And he said, well, I'm not really at liberty to say, but I'll let you know when we come back. So he comes back sometime later and had spoken with the owner, and basically we had to release Sandy to the facility. We had to leave her there.
Yeah. And the owner ended up putting her down just because of the severity of what she was going through. And I'm sure just the likelihood of her recovering from that, since it was like a spine issue and like a brain thing. They ended up putting her down and they called me, I think, the next day. The owner did give me a call the next day and just updated me on her condition and let me know that they did have to put her down. So it was just, it was scary because I feel like had I not known that you were like so good with dogs, I wouldn't have called you,
Mm.
and I would have just thought like, oh, it's okay, she's just hot, and I would have gone to sleep that night and woke up to a deceased animal, and that's not what I wanted to happen. So it sucks that that was the outcome, but I'm glad we at least tried to get her the help that she would have needed. I do feel like she was already experiencing health complications before she was brought to my care. And so I don't feel responsible for her death.
No, not at all.
Not at all. And even Rover, you do have to take a little time when something like that happens. They do freeze your account just to investigate like what all happened. They talk to all parties, talk to the vet and everything. And so I was eventually like cleared from that. But it was a lot emotionally. It was a lot for me to even get back on Rover because I felt responsible, even though I know that I wasn't. It's just like, this somebody's child.
Yeah.
And they came to me and I spent their last day with them. And I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah, she was really shook up, you guys. So I would say
Mm-mm.
if you ever get into situations like that, your first mind immediately contact the owner because you do not want owners trying to place the blame on you at all.
Yeah.
And the beauty about the Rover guarantee is if something like that happens and it's out of your control, as long as you communicate with them, there's a Rover guarantee and they're supposed to reimburse the owner in the event that it's something that happened that it was there. But given that this was a prior complication, there was nothing that they could do. But
Yeah.
that was a really traumatic experience. She got off a Rover after that. She was like, I'm not doing it.
I
So
was like, it was too much. It was just too much. It was too much. It was a lot. I'm not. It was just driving and hearing and the throw up and the waiting and the doing. It was just like, oh my god, like this is a lot of responsibility. But I am back on Rover now. I basically got off for
yeah,
what was that, like over a year?
yeah.
Because that happened a while ago.
Yes, and if you want to see her profile, go ahead and go back to the video where I do the Rover user guide and
Yeah.
you can find her.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you guys. That is our story time. So if you like this video and just want to see more content from me or her, you can follow me at Sit with Shara.
And you can follow me at Micah the Maven.
All right, so make sure if you haven't already, go ahead and drop a comment, like, subscribe, share this with your friends, and don't forget to come back for day 9 tomorrow. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh. R.I.P. Sandy.